Hello, everybody, and welcome to Market Psychology 101, where we try to find value in the markets when there's fear and to be cautious when there's greed. If you like anything I have to say today, please consider liking and subscribing. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Solana because it's making big moves. And just overall, quick with the fear and greed index. Right now, we are ascending in greed, just like we have before in 2019, 2020. So maybe when we get around this 80 to 85 mark, if we get there, we might see price action come back down. But let's go back to Solana and take a look at this bad boy. So Solana, it spent a lot of time chopping down around here in the 25 to $17 area. And right now it's all the way up to, where is it at right now? Right now it's saying that we're at 92 on the right, that we're at 92.67. So here it looks like we wicked as high as 95. Let's draw a fib, and we'll go from the very low to the very high. What are we looking at here? So what are we looking at if that was the high? Is that, maybe we might bounce back to the 382, or even look at this at the 0.5. We had some action there, maybe around the 50 level, and then possibly go higher. If Bitcoin was the top sometime relatively soon, and if this was the high locally, medium term, short term for Solana, I could see it getting back down into to the 618 area, to the 0.5. So, what would that be? Around 40 to 51 roughly. If it got back in that area, I might consider buying. But if we just take a look at the price alone of Solana, it's making a yearly high. So I would like to stay away. I like when stocks or cryptos are within 10-ish% of a yearly low. And also it is very strongly overbought on the RSI. Now, as you can see, each time we were overbought on the RSI, look what happened. Well, let's go back further. Let's go back all the way. So here, the price was around 24. Okay. Here, the price was around 26. Here, the price was around 23. So it moved down a little bit. But here, as we got into this zone, look at that. We broke above 30. And then here, when it spiked real big, it got up to almost 50. Here, when it spiked up real big, it got up to around 65. Here, 69, nice. And then here, one above again, again around that 65 range. And then it got up again to 79, and then here we are overbought again, and around that 95 range. So anytime we're overbought, I personally like to stay cautious. I like when things are oversold, when it's double, triple tapping. Those are good times to buy. And here you can see when we went from that oversold area where we were around 15 and we were oversold again. There we moved up a little bit. To me, that would have been a bullish signal. So we do keep chopping around up here. Let's take a look at some different indicators. UT bot alerts. So it's been in a daily buy zone for a little bit here. Let's take a look at the weekly. So it hasn't shown a buy signal since October 2nd. So we've been in the same weekly buy zone since then. So this is a very strong and long move with all that going on. Let's take a look at an indicator I really like, at least for the short term, volume-based support and resistance. So here, as you can see, we're hitting this strong area over here, way to the left. That's showing really where we're at right now. The 80 to 95 area. If we were to go even higher, we have this other purple zone over here, possibly 123 to, of course, the thing's going to be in the way. It's really hard to see in there. 123 to 143, possibly max, if there is any sort of ETF parabolic move. But otherwise, with the fibs, we were talking 40 to 50 with the volume. Look at that. that would be all the way from over here, really, the 40 to 50. But with the volume, it's showing that maybe we get something like 34 to 38. This is a big zone right here that I would be looking for, the 25 to 32. If it got back there, I would be strongly buying and holding for the next 4-year cycle mega bull run, hoping that that would occur. So those are just my opinions. Me personally, I don't chase the hype, the overbought areas. I like when there's fear in the market. Right now, we're overbought, we're pumping. I'm going to be patient and see if maybe, hopefully, with the fibs, if we get to the 40-50 range, I would start generally accumulating. And if we got to the 32 to 25 range, I would start accumulating very hard. And I don't think we'll get here. This is like max, 2024 recession area. But if we did get to that 17 to 18 area, I would be aping, YOLOing in. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, the breakdown of Sol. Sorry, I know this comes off as bearish, but I'm a strong believer that that we have to increase our time in the market, and our time in the market is more important than timing the market. And I like when things are oversold once, twice. I like when there's more fear in the market. And on this channel, we take a more medium to long-term approach to buying stocks and crypto. So yeah, anyways, if you are feeling FOMO, meditate for 10 minutes, go for a long walk outside, do your research. These big moves, they don't last forever. There will be plenty of time. As you can see, within the last year, from where we are now, look, we spent most of that time all the way up till really the end of October in here. So we've only spent 2 out of the 12 months, 1/6 of the time moving up. So hopefully, or probably, I would assume after ETF news that maybe, we go up into the hundreds, but that, we'd probably get back down here to the 40-50 range, possibly lower, hopefully. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm not a financial advisor, so none of this is financial advice. Everything is purely my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. And I have a lot of knowledge, experience, certifications in the field of psychology that I've used to my advantage and made some very nice profits off stocks and crypto by having that outlook. I don't want to say contrarian because that sounds negative, but I think of it more of someone who's excited when there's discounts in the market. And it can be very hard to feel bullish when things are oversold, when there's a lot of fear. But we try to alter our minds a little bit and get excited when there's discounts. So anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video and that you guys have a great weekend. Take care.